5 and 6 of Prove Them Wrong by Bubbly_Writer. Sorry for any background noise. Yeah, that's kind of all I have to say right now. Anyways, good day or good night or I don't know. I hope you guys are having a good of either, really. But anyways, let's get into it. Prove Them Wrong by Bubbly_Writer. This is going to be chapter 5 and 6. Chapter 5. Today was the entrance exams, and Izuku was rushing through the crowded hallways to go see President Mike, who had forgotten literally the whole pile of papers for the written exams. The radiant boy entered the room after knocking softly. He went directly to his guardian and gave him the pile of paper. "Thanks, little listener," he whispers at the best of his abilities. The whole room of students who were trying for the hero course were looking at the smart boy, except for one who was lost in thought. "It's okay, though. Aizawa might kill you later." Izuku chuckles softly, and the distracted blonde looks at the front, recognizing the voice instantly. The voice he was longing to hear. "Izuku?" Katsuki says, under his breath. Izuku looks in the direction, but looked away quickly. He was scared that Katsuki still wanted to hurt him. He wasn't going to bother and provoke him uselessly. "See you later." Izuku smiles and runs off, since he was supposed to go help other teachers. Katsuki was looking in shock at the boy. He looked happy. Was he here the whole time? He barely looked at the blonde, though it was to be expected. After all, the last words the blonde told him were for him to take a swan dive off a roof. But he kept wondering why he was here. He looked like he was familiar with the hero. Was he going to be in UA? Why wasn't he doing the entrance exam like the others? Was he already accepted? He had a million questions that he had to put aside for now. If Izuku was in UA, he had to get into. It might be the only way of seeing him. Izuku was helping All Might and preparing the practical exam with the big three, who also decided to come help. "So Najiri, how is your stamina coming along?" Izuku asked curiously. "Great! I'm sorry again for using my quirk on you." She felt bad since she didn't give any warnings. It was by reflex since he had attacked her by surprise. "Don't worry. If I want to become a hero, I'll be hit by different quirks. So I really don't mind, since I have to build up my own tolerance." He smiles at her. "But honestly, those support items are really useful. You literally were able to go against the three of us with almost no problem," Mirio praises the younger boy, who smiled shyly at him. He wouldn't need it. I believe his combat skills are surprisingly good, considering how little time ago he started, Tamaki says, with an almost invisible smile. Tamaki was able to open up to Izuku and was now a lot more close to him, since Izuku didn't mind the fact that Tamaki didn't like to talk much, and he never tried to push him in situations he isn't comfortable with. "Unlike someone said, I believe that our little Izuku could become an excellent hero even without a quirk." Najiri glares at All Might, who tried to make himself go unnoticed. "I apologized already. I've proven on first hand that young Midoriya is truly extraordinary. I won't be doing the same mistake twice." All Might laughs awkwardly, making the four others laugh. All Might decided to spar Izuku. All Might decided to spare. Wait, no. I can't. Oh, that's fine. I'm gonna read it online real quick. All Might decided to spar Izuku. And the smaller boy was allowed one support item, and he was able to immobilize All Might. The group and the teachers that saw it are still teasing the teacher about it. Don't worry, Izuku laughs. Wait, I think it's about to start, Izuku points out, seeing a group of students across a glass. Come on, then. You have to help evaluate, too. All Might motions Midoriya to follow, so he complies. After waving goodbye to his three friends, behind that glass was Katsuki. He felt his heart twinge. Izuku's bright smile. He looked so happy. Katsuki didn't make him smile like that since they were kids. Bro, you good? Katsuki turned to see a redhead who was looking at Katsuki worried, that he saw as pity. None of your fucking business, he tisked in annoyance, and the redhead only saw a chance of making a new friend. That's cool, dude. Ujiro Kirishima. The redhead grins ear to ear, showing his sharp teeth. I don't care. Katsuki grumbles, ready to hit the boy. The technical exam begins. The conversation was cut by the doors opening, saving the redhead from being murdered. The exam was ending, and Izuku was able to spot a lot of students with immense potential, and the amount of quirks were making his internal fanboying go crazy. Katsuki Bakugo. He has quite a flashy quirk. Nezu thinks out loud. Katra's quirk is really cool. He had good control over it since we were young. His body produces nitroglycerin like sweat, and he can't release it from his hands. Or he can release it from his hands. I did not mean to say can't, by the way. Back to the story, but now. When he's nervous or angry, he tends to accidentally create small explosions, which is one of the things he should work on. He is really smart, but also very loud and impulsive. Izuku rambles about Katsuki's quirk and personality. You know him? Aizawa asked with a frown. He was my childhood best friend. We went to the same middle school, Izuku says, still focused on the exam. The teachers all noticed but Izuku was so focused on the evaluation that he didn't notice the look the teachers gave to each other. The loud alarm resonates in the arena, announcing the end of the exam. Izuku was mumbling to himself about the different things he observed. The students recovering. Izuku Katsuki Bakugo, is he one of those who hurt you? Aizawa asked, getting straight to the point. No, of course I hurt when he stopped being friends with me, but he wasn't hurting me. Izuku eyes with a sad smile. Then do you want to go see him? He looked like he wanted to speak to you earlier. Mike pops out, trying to see any type of comfort. We were planning to talk about the results tomorrow, so you could go if you want. Yeah, I don't see why not. Izuku smiles, and he gets up, bowing. I'll join you guys at the teacher's lounge after, Izuku says, walking off, but he wasn't planning on going to talk to him. Planning is the keyword here, since the second he tries to get his friends, someone grabs his wrist. Izuku, can I please talk to you? Izuku was surprised not only for being called his real name, but for the please. Keiko-chan? He said, slightly scared. Can we go somewhere with less people? I promised to only talk. I missed you. Katsuki admits, embarrassed and slowly letting go of Izuku's wrist. Okay, we can go in the gymnasium. No one is there at this time. He mumbles unsure, and Katsuki nods, following Izuku across. The students... Kachan, there are cameras everywhere here. Just so you don't try to hit or other. It could ruin your chances on getting in. Izuku mumbles slightly, afraid, and Katsuki feels his heart drop. Of course, that was meant to be one of his first thoughts. I wasn't planning to, he says, ashamed, and Izuku nods, bringing him inside the gym. Izuku, if it's because you're afraid, I tell someone of what happened. I promise not to say a word. You don't need... Izuku was cut off. No, he yells from pure frustration, but not to Izuku but to himself. Izuku took a step back, startled. No, I want to say I'm sorry, he says, looking at the ground, making Izuku freeze. I never should have pushed you away. I never should have hurt you during all those years. I should have stayed by your side. You're the only one in that shitty school whom the option should have mattered. I never should have told you to kill yourself. Never. I regret it the second it came out of my pride. I regretted it the second it came out. And my pride. My stupid fucking pride. Katsuki had tears in his eyes. When I understood you ran away, I was scared, terrified I couldn't lose you. And I'm sorry. That's what it took for me to understand. But I never want to lose you. That day I saw you at the park. I didn't want to hurt you. The other extras, I don't know why they followed. They're dumb. I just wanted to bring you back. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. Katsuki says, finally, looking up at Izuku's eyes. And they both had teary eyes. Izuku didn't think twice before going to hug Katsuki. The blonde was shocked, but soon held Izuku back. I promise to not hurt you again, but don't leave, Izuku, Katsuki whispers, hiding in the crook of the Viridian boy's neck. I won't, Kachan, but please, tell me this isn't a joke, he whispers. I swear, it isn't I swear, it isn't. Ask the old hag how many times she walked in on me fucking rehearing that shit. There we go. Sorry. I swear it isn't. Ask the old hag how many times she walked on me fucking rehearing that shit. I swear to All Might, it was worse. It was worse than embarrassing. Katsuki sighs loudly, making the smaller boy giggle. Auntie must have laughed at you. Izuku giggles slowly, leaving the blonde's arms. She didn't, since I was a fucking emotional mess, but now, I swear, I'm hearing about that shit every fucking day. Katsuki grumbles, making the other laugh softly. So, mind to tell me what the hell happened for you to end up here? Katsuki asked playfully, making Izuku chuckle. Well, Eraserhead found me in an abandoned warehouse after they caught some villains. Now he and his husband are my legal guardians, and since they're teachers here, I've been helping students train, and I was able to analyze a bunch of them. I also learned how to fight, Izuku explains cheerfully under the soft gaze of the other. That's nice. So, are you going to stay here? Katsuki asked, curious. Yeah, I'm going to be in the hero course. Though I think it's supposed to be a secret. Don't tell anyone, please. Izuku pleads, making Bakugo smirk. Don't worry, nerd. I ain't telling shit to no one. So, friends? Katsuki asked nervously, making Izuku's tears come back. Of course, Kachan. I'll always want to be your friend, Izuku says with a huge smile, which made Katsuki's heart skip a beat. Good. So, can you tell me how I did today? He asked teasingly. No, information will be diffused for, the public? Izuku says, more as a question. Not their opinion, idiot. Yours. Katsuki smiles, and Izuku blushes slightly. Kachan did great. You have an amazing control of your quirk. You seem to have become more precise with your shooting style. You definitely gave an impression. Also, you seem to be able to keep your quirk activated for longer periods of time. But are your forearms okay? I know you tend to hurt yourself when it's used for too long. Izuku looks at the other boy worried. I'm fine, nerd. I know my limits now. Izuku gives him a skeptical look. Most of the time when I'm, calm. Katsuki corrects himself. Embarrassed. But if you get hurt, the recovery girl is really good. She can even heal broken bones, Izuku exclaims cheerfully, making the blonde frown. I seem to be speaking from experience. It was an accident. We were training and I was still only beginning. Izuku defends himself, looking away embarrassed. Idiot. He scolds, flicking his head. Izuku, we found you. President Mike entered the room. Panic. Is everything okay? He asked, worried. That idiot just went on full protective dad mode. We were just checking to see where you were at. Where you were at. I see everything is doing all right, Aizawa asked after arriving. Yep. He was scolding me on breaking my bones. Izuku laughs embarrassed, earning a scoff from the tired teacher. Good. You deserve it. Shota smirks, and Izuku pouts. It didn't take much for the two guardians to notice the way Katsuki looked at Izuku. They didn't know what happened in their past, but they knew that they didn't have to be scared for him hurting Izuku in the future. Chapter 6. Izuku had accepted to go out for the day with Katsuki. He missed his friend. His apology meant the world to him. It was like every single cell of his body was celebrating. Does this arcade sound good? Katsuki asks, the freckled boy who quickly nods. Oh, the one with the all-night games, right? Izuku asks cheerfully, and the other nods with a small smile. They were walking, and there wasn't a lot of people, but one group stood up to Katsuki. Izuku, hold my hand, okay? Katsuki says to the Viridian, who tilts his head, confused, but still doing so. Bakugo, seeing you found that quirkless loser, wanna let us in for the fun? Izuku tenses up, looking at the ground, and Katsuki intertwines their hands, trying to reassure him. Fuck off. You aren't doing shit, and we're fucking leaving. Katsuki groans. keeping a tight hold on Izuku's hand. Aw, Bakugo found himself a little girlfriend. One of the boys teases, and Izuku is holding tightly to Bakugo's hand. Shut the fuck up, would ya? We're fucking leaving. We're fucking worthless anyway. Katsuki scoffs, pulling Izuku gently next to him to pass around the group. Katsuki Bakugo lost some guts, huh? He's going to the weakling level. One of the boys laughed, and this time it was Izuku who was ready to hit. He looks around, and there were no cameras, and literally no bypasses anymore. He lets go of Katsuki's hand and innocently walks up to the boy. Don't worry, you'll grow some too one day. Until then, try maybe not making a fool of yourself. It's going to come right back at you sooner or later. Izuku smiles at the boy, who is mocking him with his friends. Nerd, let's go, Kachan orders. He didn't want his friend to get hurt. But don't worry, just remember that I'm quirkless, okay? Izuku smiles, and right after, he throws him a punch. The two other friends decided to do the same, and Izuku was able to bring the three of them down quite easily. You know, I wonder what it's like. How can I being your superior, but can't even stand against a quirkless loser like me for 30 seconds? It's pretty sad, don't you think? Izuku asks innocently. Shut up. We weren't even trying, one of them says, rushing to get up. Wanna go at it again, then? Just to settle the score and all? Izuku smirks, taking a step forward. We're leaving. Go to your fucking boyfriend, you fucking faggot. One of the boys yells, running off. Izuku goes back to Katsuki, who was pretty shocked. Remind me that we have to spar. I want to see how good you got. Katsuki teases, earning a blush from the younger boy. Okay, Kachan. Izuku stutters. Did you get your letter yet? The Ruinian boy asked, already knowing the boy's results. Not yet. Katsuki mumbles, anxious. Don't worry, Kachan, okay? I know you'll definitely love your results. Izuku tries to reassure his friend, who looks sad. Is that an indirect way of saying that I was accepted? Katsuki asks in a teasing tone, making Izuku panic. No, you were rejected? Izuku lies, and Katsuki raises an eyebrow, amused. Oh, really? Katsuki asks with a smirk. Izuku nods quickly. Yep, definitely refused. You got the worst results. Izuku lies again. And Bakugo couldn't help but laugh. Don't worry, Deku, I won't say a word. Katsuki ruffles the smaller boy's hair. You better. Izuku glares at him, which only turned out adorable. Katsuki smirks, and they continue their way to the arcade. The hag told me to say hi, Katsuki says to the boy. How is Auntie doing? Izuku asks, looking up at Katsuki. She's fine. She'd like to see you again. She was happy to when you were in UA. He smiles softly at the boy while resisting the urge of holding it. Sorry. He smiles softly at the boy while resisting the urge of holding on to Izuku's hand. And she might also kill you for scaring the shit out of us like you did, Katsuki teases, making the freckled boy laugh nervously. Yeah, sorry about that, Izuku mumbles, looking up the ground ashamed. Katsuki took Izuku's hand, not knowing how to reassure the boy. Don't be fucking sorry, nerd. You're the last fucking person to blame in all this. Katsuki says, trying to reassure his friend. You were just protecting yourself. Anyways, we're here now, and you look way happier, so I guess that happened for a reason. Though, never do that again. I swear to God, if you do that again, I'm going to fucking murder you. Katsuki threatens, making the smaller boy giggle. I promise, Kachan, even if you don't want to be my friend anymore, I'm not going to disappear again. The Viridian boy gives a sincere smile, and Bakugo, who looks at Izuku with a serious frown. Don't think like that, nerd. I'll want to stay your friend, even if you hate my fucking guts. Izuku smiles at Bakugo with a lot of emotion. I missed having Kachan as a friend. Izuku cries, hugging the tall blonde from the side. Fucking crybaby. Katsuki snorts, wrapping his arms around the freckled boy. After a few seconds, they let go of each other, but Katsuki kept holding Izuku's hand. It didn't bother the smaller boy, though. Like that, he wasn't scared to lose Bakugo in the crowd that would come soon. Kachan, I never asked, but how did the exams go? Izuku asked, referring to the middle school exams. To the middle school final exams, Crushed all the fucking extras, and got the highest grade in the whole shitty excuse of a school. Katsuki grins, proudly making Midoriya giggle. And after you call me a nerd, you're just as much as one, the smaller boy teases, making the blonde laugh and push Izuku's shoulder playfully. That's because I'm not a fanboy unlike a certain nerd I know. Katsuki smirks. You know, you're just as much as a fanboy as I am. Izuku laughs. Am not. Katsuki defends his pride. Tell that to the face you did when you saw All Might last time. Izuku teases, earning a scoff from Bakugo. Katsuki pulls Izuku by his hand, making the other yelp after tripping on his own feet. What was that for? Izuku laughs after standing up straight once again. What are you talking about? Katsuki asks, trying to flabbergast the Viridian boy. Kachan! Izuku whines, while laughing, looking at Katsuki, who found the smaller boy more than adorable. Would you look at that? We're here, the blonde exclaims, pretending to be surprised. Izuku laughed, pulling Katsuki inside. They spend about 4 hours doing random games, and most would turn it into a competition thanks to the one and only Katsuki Bakugo. It didn't bother Izuku at all, since that's how Kachan was. That's the childhood friend he always knew and that he loved spending time with. Wanna go get our prizes? Katsuki asks him, and he nods excited. They stay close to one another as they walk through the crowd. Kachan, look, it's a plushie Present Mike! There's also one of All Might! Izuku looks at the different prizes in awe. Want to take both? Katsuki offers the boy. You can take the All Might one. I'll take the Present Mike one. Izuku offers, and Katsuki agrees, knowing that he'll most likely give his to Midoriya. They left the place with a smile, and like agreed, Katsuki brought Izuku back home. There we go. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed chapter 6. I hope you guys don't mind the background audio. Like I said, I only record in my room because that's like the main room I can only record in. And sorry for the background noise again. Anyways, bye.